Hi, and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Gemini. This is a generic read, so please take all those messages that resonate with you and leave everything else behind. And if this reading does happen to connect with you, there is an extended to it. The link for that extended is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading, and if you do, please do like, subscribe and share. That would be very helpful. So Gemini, how are you doing? Middle of December, how is it going? Any excitement towards the holiday season? I don't know, how was your year? Hopefully you can find some excitement towards the end of it. Let's focus, Gemini, on the question that brought you to this reading. Take a deep breath. Exhale and let everything else go. Just that question on your mind, and let's see if this reading has an answer for you. You're moving towards High Priestess, connecting your mind and heart, the sun and the moon, being blocked by 10 of Chalices. It seems like either a commitment or it's like either you're blocking the commitment or you're choosing not to select yet. Like it's like it could be either multiple people or you are already in the relationship but you're waiting for the proposal, or you're waiting for to propose. Past situations, King of Coins. Either you've already figured out your abundance or you figured out the opportunity where you connected. And that could have been previously blocking this relationship from becoming like permanent, or you settling or you committing on some person. Mind's ambition, Knight of Chalices. Freedom. So yeah, it could be that you're choosing right now not to settle down or commit to some person. So you already know the person, but you're choosing not to commit to them yet. Like just to be in a relationship also. It's like your focus right now is a little bit on self-independence, self-happiness, like dancing in the air, like completely with freedom. You worked hard to get to the financial abundance you are at right now, and so you want to take some time to enjoy this sense of personal space and personal abundance. Heart's desire, Two of Coins, and so it could be that you're also juggling multiple opportunities. So committing on this relationship might seem untangible to you. Future situations, Five of Wands, conflict. So there is possibly a conflict in your own mind that is this the person, or if you leave that person behind, if you leave the person and the person doesn't like the idea that you're not committing with them and they let go, you basically let go of that person, would you not find this relationship again ever? And this might seem to you in this moment like a twin flame relationship, like the person you want to settle down with. And so that's where you're in a High Priestess mode, trying to truly understand what your heart says. Like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel always excited in that relationship? Or have there been moments where you felt uneasy with a person, or you felt you wanted to find a reason to end that particular meeting, date with that person? Try to identify those kind of situations. If there are, definitely then this is not the person to commit with. But if there's none of those situations, you're always excited with the person, then if you're not committing to this person yet, what is the reason behind that? All of that is a conflict that you're going through in your mind right now. Suggested advice, 10 of coins, and context for this advice, 9 of swords. So if there's any fear about stability post relationship, because that's where it seems, that has to be released. So that could also be part of the conflict. So it could also be that you have a fear that the person might become economically dependent on you. And that could be a reason that you're deterring from committing to that relationship. So that is something, it either has to be processed, because it's giving you nightmares. So so this seems to be the actual reason you're not committing, which is that you might have a thought that the other person might become financially dependent on you. And that's what's stopping you from finally settling down with this person, or deciding that you want to like long-term date this person. And you're even getting nightmares about it, about your stability in the future. If that's something you're worried about, maybe you should talk to the other person. And if that doesn't seem feasible, that you might not be able to discuss about something like finance right now, then this is something that you might have to process in your own mind, because nightmares seemingly say that you actually want to be in that relationship. Money is the reason that you are choosing not to be in it. And this is something material, which means it's your own expectation. And if you're talking about your own expectation, especially in the future, then that's something to not be feared of, because you have not been in that situation yet. Secondly, King of Coins, you have already established multiple scenarios, like multiple job situations or projects for you. King of Coins is a large scale abundance, so multiple flows of revenue for you. So if that has already happened, Two of Coins, you're already juggling multiple opportunities. Why are you worried about the financial abundance? Now that's where the question is, do you think the other person has some negative habits that you're worried about, and that's what would deplete your stability? If that's what you're worried about, then you should again discuss with the other person. Now if that's something also you cannot discuss, that's where it's like now you're developing levels of uneasy conversations that you can't do. And if you cannot do right now, then there's no way you can do them in future. Then you're starting those relationships on false steps. So those conversations need to be done for you to move forward. Hopes and fears. Hoping for lovers. So that's where you could actually be hoping for like a very perfect situation. And so there's a thought of a perfection in your mind, that this is my perfect person. Or there's like checklist of the person. The person you are with right now might not be able to complete that checklist, and the major scenario looks like is money. And the second, I was talking about possible bad habits or some sort of alcohol or drug addiction. That's what's keeping you The funny part is away from this relationship and in that relationship. So why don't you release it? If you're hoping for a lover's relationship in the future. But now if your worry is that this person by itself is the lover, then why I should not settle down? It's basically that's where your whole mental conflict is. This person seems really perfect, except small bad habits that could impact your financial stability. But you have enough financial money that you don't need to be worried about right now. But your worry is, would you become completely dependent for a person who might become lazy in the future? The other issue is that you already have some sort of a definition of what the perfect person, perfect match to you looks like. And you're seemingly comparing every person with this, even the person you are with right now, and the person doesn't fully match. And that's blocking it. So now the question resides, is this perfection something truly important to you that you would block an experience in this moment? Is the financial stability truly important for this experience to be broken? Or are you choosing consciously for this experience to not move forward because of some bad habits in the other person? If the reason is because of bad habits, then it should be broken off and you should have that conversation done and broken off and move on. Because you can release those nightmares then. And then the other person, the actual person, can come in. But if it's because of your perfection picture or it's because of some thoughts about your financial stability, then you're basically blocking an experience that could help you grow further. That could help you take towards this. If this is still exists, or even that person can become perfect. So the question is truly within yourself that you need to ask is, why are you choosing to block the other person? Is it because of some bad habit, or your fear about money, or their dependency on you, or some sort of perfection mindset that you have? Potential outcome, 3 of Wands. Another card that's pointing towards you will be able to convert all your dreams into reality. Like this is another card about money. Reiterating, don't worry about your financial abundance. Now truly ask this question to yourself, why are you not committing? Truly try to understand, is it because of some incompatibility with the other person, something that makes you uneasy, some bad habit in them, or something they don't like within you? Honestly ask this question, honestly answer them. And if it's because of you truly understand the other person, there's a fear that the other person can become dependent on you, try to have that conversation financially or emotionally. Try to have that conversation now. If the conversation doesn't seem feasible, maybe you can take up counseling, 1 or 2 sessions. If that doesn't seem feasible, then you are creating already conversation backlog in a relationship that hasn't started or committed yet. And then it could only fester and become bad. It's like you're creating negative foundation for a new house to be built. So ask the honest question to yourself as to why you're choosing not to commit or not to be with the person. The answer resides within you. If there's a hope for perfection, if this person doesn't match that, then living in your nightmares makes no sense. Release the person and move to a new, fresh mindset, so that the new person who can actually be a perfect can come in. But if the perfection between the other person and like the person you're with is because of money, that should be released. The question should be asked, are they because of dependency issues or addiction issues or bad behavior issues? Those needs to be asked. Ask emotional, behavioral, psychological questions, not material questions. Gemini, I hope this reading resonated with you, and if it did, I have an extended. In the extended, I would further look at how you can resolve these mental conflicts, messages from the oracle and animal spirit, and timing related to when this conversation would settle down, this conflict would settle down. All of that is in the extended. The link for that is below in the description box. Gemini, I hope you liked the reading, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me, and have an amazing week.